What's going on, everybody? I found this nice quiet place to record, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I start recording, the construction guys over there have a fucking concrete saw going off, and they're grinding through. Oh, here they go again. And then the sirens going off. So clearly the message I wanted to convey to you today was important enough that they decided that I shouldn't deliver it. Today, what I wanted to share with you, I'm doing, if you haven't checked out my foundational healing series on my channel, please check it out. I hope you find it informative. But today I'm going to be talking about addictions and the truth about addictions. And if you've ever suffered from addictions, which I think a lot of us have, and addictions aren't necessarily drugs, alcohol, or anything necessarily bad. You know, a lot of times people think, oh, people with addiction problems, they like to point the finger, but it's not just drugs or alcohol that are addictive substances. You could be addicted to TV, you could be addicted to eating, you could be addicted to learning, you could be addicted to thinking, you know, mind looping the same crap over and over again, retelling the same stories. Addictions come in very subtle forms. Obviously, the worst and most harmful ones for us, you know, drugs and alcohol and things outside of ourselves that we seek to, for whatever the reason. But there is some bright side to that darkness, and that's what I wanted to speak with you about today, was that addictions aren't necessarily your fault, and it's easy if you have them to beat yourself up and, you know, try to use willpower, and if you can't overcome them, people who don't have them or don't understand them kind of look down on you, and if you speak with them about them, they might, you know, be like, well, why don't you just stop, or this or that, and it all seems so easy. And the reason you can't stop your addictions is because they're not yours. They belong to entities. Entities are what cause your addictions, and that's the truth that nobody ever or rarely talks about. I've only heard maybe one or two people in my life talk about it. And entities are emotional bodies or pain bodies, depending on who you're speaking with. Different people have different names for them, but they're like semi-quasi life forms, disembodied spirits, ghosts, if you will, energetic forms that we can't see with our eyes, that can go into our bodies and use our bodies and feed off our addictions. They want to experience that. They want to experience our pain, trauma, the ups and downs that the worst addictions cause, anything that's mental energy. And obviously the drugs and alcohol cause those crazy dualistic swings, so they get the most juice from that. And so please, if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, it might sound a little crazy, and I thought the same thing too until a few years ago, and I heard somebody speaking about it, and then it made a lot of sense. And then you realize that there's a way out, and it's not so dark for you, and it's not just your fault. It's the entities. Anyways, addictions aren't your fault necessarily. Peace out.